Welcome back to another conversation with Chris. I have the lovely Wendy Gardner here with me, all the way from the UK. I love that I get to do this across the world from here in Australia. Hello, Wendy. How are you this morning?
Hi, Chris. It's incredible, isn't it, to think that you and I are connecting and you're in Oz and I'm here.
Excellent. So we've been working with each other for about 8 months now, but I wanted to really get people to understand why it is that you originally came to do some work with me and with Balance Central.
Yeah, because I'd been doing lots of soul searching, development, and I was really searching for my core purpose. And I had this amazing coach who we both know. And I was like, yep, I'm really clear on what I want to do. And then once I'd stated what I wanted to do, she said, I'm getting this, your energy is just leaving you once you've stated that. And we did it a few times. And she then said, I need to introduce you to Chris because there's something deeper here for you, but you just are stopping yourself all the time from doing it.
And this is what I love about the reach that I get to have around the world. It's special people like Sarah who see something and go, okay, this now has to happen. So what is it that drew you to wanting to do Unlock Your Power specifically?
Well, I would be physically doing stuff and people would be saying, you know, how I could control a room and ignite people to show up and what have you. But I just didn't quite connect or believe it. Yeah.
And that's such a common thing, isn't it? We can hear it and we even know that it's important to hear the messages that we get given. But then there's that next level of actually believing it and letting it allow us to be in it. So what has surprised you through this Unlock Your Power program?
My goodness. I mean, one of my core purposes is to hold and enable people to practice self-love. Well, guess what? I've been doing that myself every single day. And it's been amplified through this experience with you. And also my self-awareness has really gone through the roof. I would message you and go, oh, Mr. Ego has arrived. Oh, my old friend, actually, I think I said, my old friend Ego has arrived. Can you help me? Because I don't like it arriving anymore. And you wrote back and said, well, maybe the answer is in what you just said. Maybe it's an old friend. Maybe you just acknowledge it as an old friend and then send it away. And, you know, the simplicity of that is incredibly empowering, right? Now I can just send it away because it's not serving me. And so that was something that I really learned.
Isn't it fascinating? And the fact that it was your words that you've learned from. Like, I love that. We don't give ourselves enough credit that we've actually got this.
Exactly. So you're like a mirror sometimes, you know, you're letting me see what I say and then you're playing it back to me. Believing in yourself is hugely important. And one of the biggest hurdles that I've overcome was that I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. But this week, actually, I went into the office and I met a young colleague of mine who I've known for quite some time, and he hadn't seen me in physical for a couple of years. And he went, oh, Wendy, you look fabulous. What's changed? And I was like, me, I'm actually loving myself. I started to tell him what I was setting up, and he said, oh, so you're going to get a professional in? And I said, no, I'm going to be doing it because I've lived these experiences. I'm enough. And I thought, wow, that's the first time that came from my tummy. And it was felt so natural for me to say that. It was just a magical moment for me to actually believe that.
Yeah. And isn't that lovely when it comes from the core like that? You can't use a better word than it's powerful.
The other thing I've really learned is I knew instinctively, and this is the thing I've learned a lot, is my instincts are very correct and my head is very powerful.
Could we just highlight that a little bit more? Because you and I know what you mean by that. What you're really meaning is that sometimes your instincts, powerful as they are and strong as they are, your mind can get in the way and dismantle the instincts a little.
Oh, very much so. So I'm retraining my mind from what I really do know. So it's quite an interesting thing to learn because your mind is always protecting you, you know, you've got a lot of protection in there, right? But it's actually saying it's okay. Yeah. You know, and that was quite a powerful thing for me to learn as well. And learning. No, it never goes away, I don't think.
No, it doesn't. No, not in my experience. I keep on doing that learning thing. So what did you find the most challenging?
That's really interesting. I think one of the most challenging things is really understanding what it was I was seeking. And what I've recognized through our conversations and our learning is that happiness can be contrived, but joy cannot. And it's joy that I've been searching for. Now, that's still a process, but I do know what it is. So it's that old behavior and the kind of safety in that. So I think fear of the unknown and joy, these are the two things, but yet I'm really embracing them. I know that's where my destination is, you know. What I think is really interesting though is I'm a real doer. You know, I'm like always achieving, always doing, always needing to be more. But actually the challenge I've found is giving myself permission to just be and just be okay with that and just be silent sometimes. And that's quite often felt a little bit uncomfortable, but also incredibly powerful, but challenging nonetheless.
And some of the program does actually encourage you and teach you to investigate that we are so used to doing. And one of the beauties that I think is a beautiful component of Unlock Your Power is that you don't actually have any homework. You literally need to simply show up
and be and just be. It's really incredible. I do feel much more energized. You know, I now know that it's okay, and this is where I'm going to start going today.
I want to ask you one final question though. If somebody is having a listen to this and loving what you're saying, but not quite sure if this program is for them, what would you say would be the benefit for someone that's looking at this program?
Well, I think if you're looking at this program, that's quite an interesting tale in itself. And your head might be playing, no, it's not for you, because you might be feeling that power is a bit like selfish and a bit egotistical. But actually, go where you gut, because I think these things find you. And I do think we as females, particularly, we just have to find who we are. And that's what Unlock Your Power does, because it's your own self-discovery, just held by you and guided by you. So you're not telling me what to do, you're just moving me in the space that I'm in. And so I think it's about trusting yourself, going on the journey, and starting truly to love yourself. And that's what I believe the Unlock Your Power has done for me. It's helped me to believe in me.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm just rapt that that's the outcome that we've achieved for you. So if you are interested in doing some unlocking of your own power, please get in contact with me. The details will be below. Get in contact with me, have a chat, see if it's a right fit. And Wendy, thank you again for being here today. I look forward to seeing what you produce in the world.
Thank you, Chris. You're an absolute legend.